Hi guys, it's your girl Coco and welcome to my channel. So here I am with a surprise vlog. I'm going to do a gameplay on the latest Harry Potter game that just came out, Hogwarts Legacy. I am so excited. I am the biggest Harry Potter fan and I cannot believe that there is finally a game that is out and available for us to play. So this actually releases on February 10th and I bought the deluxe version, so I have early access to the game. Now I am so excited, guys. I am joined by my little Harry. I have my Hogwarts sweatshirt on and I just cannot wait to see what this game has to offer. I have not gone online. I haven't seen any spoilers, so I'm really hoping that it really lives up to the hype. So this is also the very first time that I'm doing this game capture slash video capture, and I really hope I don't mess it up. Here goes. All right, so let's begin. I see that I have my letter in front of me, terminating 1st of September, yada yada yada. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited. I can't believe I have my letter in front of me. Okay, it's signed by a Professor Weasley, so I wonder if she's related to the Weasley family. Probably so. Alright, so let's begin. So here we have character customization, and I like how inclusive they are. But the characters are very... There's a word for it, I forgot what it's called. Unisex? Gender neutral? I mean, some of them look like girls and guys at the same time. Let's pick the person who looks... Let's pick the face, rather, that looks closest to how I look like. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. A lot of options. I love it. I mean, it's not exactly like other games where you can do full-on customization, but I think it's pretty good. I guess that looks like me. Oh, and look at that. Colors are nice. I think I'm more of a... I guess that works. Yeah. Should I go with glasses? I don't know. I guess not. Okay, hairstyles. Ooh. I love all the different hairstyles. Let's go with something. Let's go with a color I wish I always had. I've always liked this color. I go with lawns. Oh, this is really nice. I love it. This is nice too. But I'm more of a very clean... I guess this one's good. Aw, this looks nice as well. Guys, I can't pick. Oh. Alright, let's go with this first. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Complexion. It's very detailed, huh? And I don't know if my graphics are set to the max. I'm using a gaming laptop, guys, and I bought a laptop just for this very game, so I don't think the specs are going to be super clear versus, you know, on an actual gaming desktop, but It's fine, for me at least. Okay, let's try this out. I don't have freckles, so... Ooh, love it. I do have moles, so... I've got some moles on my face. This looks good. Check that out. I'm not gonna go with the scars, but look at that. Quite detailed, huh? Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so eye color. Let's do something extravagant. Another color I always wished I had. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. Violet. Oh. Ooh, I love it. Nobody wants to have boring black eyes, so let's go for this color. It's really nice. And then eyebrows. Let's do it. Should we do something fancy? Oops. Not bad. Maybe a bit darker. Okay. Ooh. Guys, we can pick our eyebrow because we all know Eli is lighter. Oh, gives her a very strong feature. I think this is more like me because I overpluck my eyebrows. No, I'm kidding. I get them threaded, okay? I get them threaded. Nah. Oh no. Let's go with this. Maybe something light. Let's go with a lighter feature. I'm sad. What do we think of the hair? She looks a little dead, doesn't she? Maybe we do something. Maybe this is better, huh? What do we think? I can't make up my hair color, guys. I just love the different shades. You know what? Let's just go closer to home. This isn't bad. Pitch, okay.
It was wonderful. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
That was quite something. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Oh my
a few
gosh.
cobwebs and... It was wonderful.
That was quite something.
I am indeed a student. I'm eager to get to. It was wonderful. I believe that was quite something.
All right, we're gonna go with a normal. I'm not gonna go with a hard one. Let's go with the normal one for now. And then let's pick. Let's do that. Oh shoot. Sorry guys. Clicked the wrong button. Let's do Cocoa Pops G. Right? Which, okay, start our journey. Ooh, exciting.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate
My
you
character
working
looks
with
really
me
nice.
Oh, Eleazar! George! Glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course.
Eleazar.
Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
What's that cryptic look? Whoa. Are those Thestrals? I think they are. You can't see them, right? You can only see them if someone's died, if you've witnessed death. Nerd, nerd. I love it already. I love it.
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Aww.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
You guys, the
wrote to me
level of
about Ranrock
detail is
before
just
she
so
died,
amazing. Again,
wondering
my
what the
specs
ministry knew about his
don't give it
activities.
justice, but I can already see it from here. It's so
Before
nice.
I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
But she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do not know.
Oh my god. Nice one.
Yeah! Yeah! The key! Give me your hand!
Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
Begin well. Okay, so let's start.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
Okay, standard moving configuration. Did you guys get that really cool thing earlier? So the carriage was being driven by something and we couldn't see it, and the moment the person who was in the carriage with them got eaten by the dragon, our character automatically could see the thestrals. Isn't that crazy, that detail? I mean, as we all know, you can only see thestrals if you've experienced or witnessed someone dying. The nerd in me is coming out. Anyway, let's take a look around and I don't know how long I'm going to be playing this. For you all, probably until we reach Hogwarts, if we reach Hogwarts. So let's see. Goodness, gorgeous.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Where
I'll
do you
admit-
suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Alright, I was gonna say that I will admit that I'm a little disappointed that it is not an MMORPG game. So it's not an online role-playing game, it's not co-op. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? This is better than nothing. I am a big fan of co-op games, online role-playing games, because I just love, interacting with different players from all over the world. I love open world games, and, I know this is kind of an open world game, so I'm sold. I'm sold. I mean, it's Harry Potter, guys. I mean, it's the Harry Potter universe, so I am sold. Okay. Space bar. Jump.
Ancient magic!
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, Why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
You press. Okay, so if you press the V button, it just brings up your quest, your current quest. I really hope you guys can hear me all right. Again, it's my first time to do something like this, so I hope the audio isn't messed up.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
On work? Am I expected to know spells? I guess I am. Okay.
Excellent!
Use your camera.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected.
Cool.
Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Look how
Thank
far.
you, sir.
Look how far you can. Okay, we are going to start doing that with every jar pottery we see. Nice.
Ah, up there. We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo!
Aww. It's amazing. I love it. How far it goes. You actually see it on the wall.
Almost there.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Okay. Minimap shows your surroundings. Okay. Okay, so we have a map now. That's great.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Okay.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
Okay. There's something leading me. this side. Okay. We are going to destroy every piece of pottery we see, okay?
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
Okay, I'm convinced that my character has some extra, you know, like superpower or something.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
So cool.
Hello?
It can't be. Just a moment. Ooh.
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
Oh, are they going to go? Oh my god.
After you. Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
Oh, so we can control them.
How many vaults are there in
that.
Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact,
my
you'll
gosh,
see quite a
guys,
few
look
on
at
our
this.
way to vault number 12.
So
As
nice.
we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath. A what?
Oh my god. That is Thieves' downfall.
all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
This must be a really old section of the bank, because if I remember...
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12.
Vault
Until
12,
today.
like, what number was Bellatrix Lestrange's vault? Again, guys, I can't remember. I think it was like 700 something, and that was already considered an old vault. So this is obviously older, because this is 12. And I know that this is set hundreds of years before Harry's time, but still, it's so amazing we get to see, you know, a lot of the Harry Potter lore earlier on, prior to Harry's years. We are going to take a second to just marvel at the detail here. I mean, look at that, guys. I've always wanted... I can't believe it, you know? I'm playing a character in the Harry Potter universe. I'm at Gringotts, and everything is just as it is. I mean, everything is just how it's described in the books. Look at that. Even the water dripping. It's so... Okay.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Should I enter or should I not? Are they gonna trick me? Is there gonna be something there? I don't trust goblins one bit.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Okay, so it's a new spell, Revelio. Steady your wand, and guide it. Press the corresponding. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, I did it in the first go.
Revelio.
There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Okay.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way.
Okay.
Lumos!
Oh my gosh.
This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
I hope nothing jumps out. Like, I am not in the mood to be scared right now.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
What is it?
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor.
Okay, so
There must be something to that reflection you're seeing.
value.
Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
There you go.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Okay, here we go again, guys. Let's see how it goes. Oh, okay. I think. Am I supposed to press the thing? There you go. Okay, you've acquired Lumos. Okay. Got it.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Gosh.
Look out!
Potato!
Accio! Dissecto! Levioso! Deposo! Levioso! Confuso! Deposo!
Potato!
Expulso! Levioso! Potato! Confrito! Expulso! Levioso! Deposo! Confrito! Stay close!
Professor? Professor Fig? Professor, where are you?
This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this place looks huge. I don't even want to go to the...
Oh, that's
Stay
where
on
they're
track,
leading me.
please.
That glow again.
Revelio.
I suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos.
Revelio.
Lumos.
What's that? Man, I can't access it. Okay, fine. Let's try again.
I need to align these statues with their reflections.
Oh, there you go.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
Oh my god.
Potato!
Okay. To stun enemies. Okay, got it. So hold it. Okay, let's try it out. Oh my gosh, it's not done yet.
Revelio.
It's one that
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Area that had a treasure box and I lost it. Whatever, guys. Oh, there he is.
There you are. How did you... is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder. Follow my lead.
Pensive. It's almost like a movie. Look at that. I mean, it's almost like the detail is so nice.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to
Ancient
see what others
magic?
cannot will not be enough, Percival.
Is that what my
We are
character has?
entrusting the one who embarks
Ancient
on this
magic?
path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam,
I don't know if you
and
guys can
perhaps
hear it,
George,
but my dog is snoring in
died
the
in
corner,
pursuit
and
of
she's
knowledge
hella
that has
loud.
been
So
dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were.
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ramrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they had the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability
Is this like on the way to
end up
Hogsmeade
here.
or the Forbidden Forest?
Come. We have a
Aw.
sorting ceremony to get to.
We're gonna see Hogwarts, guys! Love it. Love it. Gosh, I guess this is it, guys. This is it. So again, I don't think I'm going to be streaming or sharing the entire gameplay, but I'm going to play for a couple more minutes.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black.
My God, that is
Prepare
Sirius
yourself
Black's
to meet the
great
headmaster.
great-grandfather? My gosh.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The
He
sorting
even
ceremony
has
is
some of the
over.
black
There were
features.
complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Get the sorting hat.
You're just in time. Have a seat.
Are they actually going to sort me right now?
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Okay, so disclaimer, I missed it when I started the game earlier and it didn't show up. There is a way for you to link your account at the Harry Potter Wizarding World website. So if you already have an account there, like I do, you can actually log in and all of your your house, your wand will automatically feed through to the game. Silly me, I forgot my password, so I decided not to go through that, and this is why I'm probably being sorted. Another disclaimer, I am a Gryffindor at heart, so whatever happens, I am going to pick Gryffindor. Okay, so let's see. You put your preferences and preconceptions, certain expectations. I mean, what the real me would probably say, I can't wait to explore.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Daring? I am daring? I am daring, right? I don't question myself for that.
A sense of adventure? I like to think that I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh, but you're brave at heart. Exceptionally daring. Undaunted by the unknown. Willing to forge ahead alone when you must. Perhaps you belong in Gryffindor.
Yes! I am in Gryffindor, guys! I mean, my Wizarding World account was already with Gryffindor. It's just I did not get to link it, but hey, it really shows that I am Gryffindor.
Better be Gryffindor!
Love it.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
What?
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
I like the humor. I like the subtle humor.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
She's a redhead as well, so she
It's
must
most
be part of
uncommon
the
for a
Weasley
student to
clan.
begin as a fifth year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
breathtaking. I just
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Oh, that's great. Welcome to Hogwarts. Okay, so I'm going to use this time to just quickly go through the rooms because look at that. It's so beautiful, guys. I cannot even seriously. Like, we're going to comment on every little thing here, okay? So let's take a look. I have, like, what are those? Chocolate frogs? Yes, those are chocolate frogs. Look at the drapes. Look at the bed frame, like, drapes. It's so nice. It's like a standard 4-poster bed. All that. I'm telling you, the size of this dorm is probably the size of a really huge apartment in Hong Kong that nobody can afford. So, yeah. Look at the wallpaper, curtains or something, drapes, and that killed. I think that's the guy, right? That's the guy they were writing. That's the Quidditch. Was that a beater? I cannot remember. Awful bludger. And look at this. Montrose magpies. Appleby arrows. Oh my gosh. Probably these are the Quidditch teams of this century. So nice. And look at that. Scrolls, quills. Oh my god. Guys, I don't care what you all think about me. I am the biggest nerd when it comes to Harry Potter. Like, I have loved this ever since I got my first book, and I cannot even remember what page it was when I got it. I actually don't even think I had my first book. I think I read it off my cousin. He was gifted a set, and I loved it. I loved reading his books. I got to know about the series from him. Okay, so where are we going? Look at that. Okay, that's what is that? That's God, I forgot what it is. Is that bird? I don't remember. Speaking of which, let's see if I can. So let us. I don't think it's here. I think it's later on. Hopefully, when I started the game, I had access to a couple of like free items, collector's items. Well, I don't even know if they're collector's items. So I'm going to see if I have later. Okay, so a couple of things are interactive. Not everything.
Now, which way is the common room?
I'm going to explore a little bit before I log out, because I am going to continue playing without recording myself, and I'm probably going to, study the game a little more. There's just so much to do, so I'm going to take my time. See, there's like things to explore here, and I'm not going to check it out right now until I have, my own time to do it.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
I wonder if there are going to be bullies here. It's so creepy. Look at that, even the grandfather clock is just weird. Paintings, okay, this isn't that, no we can't, but let's see a couple of things here. Chudley cannons, okay, so they existed even in this generation. Okay, here we are.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
Can't imagine starting a new school this age.
Cressida, Garrett, and Neville.
Who does Nelly think she is anyway? Who does Nelly think she is anyway?
Shame you weren't born with wings. Nelly! I'm sure you'd use them.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
So I'm just gonna go with how I really am as a person, and I'm not gonna like sugarcoat stuff.
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna...
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Okay, there she goes. Alright, on to the next one.
Perhaps I should...
Okay. House chest. Place. Seems I can't access that yet, guys, so come back to that later.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
No.
No, I merely studied with him briefly before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Okay.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
Okay. Alright, here we go. One more person, and hopefully I can explore a little bit of the castle.
You'll like it, trust me. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself.
Another Weasley.
Hello, you're the new fifth year.
Red hair,
Pleased to meet
freckles.
you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Well, I mean, I would think it's nice.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well, and she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Hey.
New Gryffindor.
Oh.
Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
You wouldn't have an extra quill.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it.
Why did they
You only
make
have one
the
first
game
day at Hogwarts. Now, in
start
light of your
during the
unique
5th year,
situation,
right?
joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch
Like,
up with your
so
classmates
random.
and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Right, let's get going.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Okay, I just want to go and explore Hogwarts.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Okay, right behind you. I'm right beside you. Chill.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Okay. You just unlocked it. Field guides are the only way. Okay, so let's open. Okay. The field guide tracks your current challenge. Okay. So I got my first field guide page, right? Each challenge has tiers. Okay. We're gonna go back to that later.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Kitty.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
One-eyed witch passage? I saw that.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay, so open that. In this view, you can see the flue flames available in that region. Okay? Let's have a look at that. Okay. Okay, it's a lot to take in. I'm going to have to spend a bit more time getting used to all the different, maps and ways to get around the castle. Oh, my goodness. So far, so good.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Okay. I know everything, so I don't. Hogsmeade? Nah.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Let's talk to this person and hopefully I can
It's
explore.
good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
No idea what I've done. There you go. Okay. Get it. Defense against the dark arts.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay, guys, so I feel that I can finally explore. I've got a couple of classes to attend, but I have a lot of time for that. So I think what I'm going to try to do right now, before I end this episode, is I do want to see how certain areas look like. I've always loved these places. So of course the first one is the Quidditch grounds, the school grounds, and the Quidditch pitch rather, and the astronomy tower, the owlery, and oh my god, there's something else, the Great Hall, which I already saw. There are other places other places in the castle that I want to explore, but we're going to see that. We're going to try to find the ones that I mentioned first. So let's see if we actually have access to it on the map. So, okay, so if we go to this, let's see how it's done. It's the south exit, Clock Tower Courtyard, Hospital Wing, Vendor, Sea Tower. Okay, so that is. There you go. So south wing, that's where we just were. Library. Central Hall. That's where that's where I was earlier. And even the boat docks. I want to see if I can access that. Let's see. I shouldn't have clicked that. Okay, let's be careful with what we click. So, library annex, there's the library, the potions classroom. Okay, the Great Hall. The Great Hall, that's what I was talking about. There. And then, Grand Staircase, Trophy Room, Bell Tower, Classroom, Flying Class, Bell Tower, Yard, Astronomy Wing. Actually, I don't know the Astronomy Tower. So, it's this one. Okay, so we're going to try to go there. You know what? Before we get to that, let's go and check out. We should just make up. Probably should. In my mind. Wait, where are the grounds though? Bell Tower. Let's try that out. Flying Classroom. There. Let's go and try to explore outdoors first.
Potato!
Still kind of getting used to the whole. So I'm here right now. Guys, I'm gonna try to just figure it out. No idea what it is. Wrong place. See where. It's an L. It seems to have disappeared. Is there like an achievement or a trophy for petting? Okay, let's see if I can get through. There's a ghost. It's not Professor Binns, right? It's impossible. Look at all this detail. So nice. Gray lady, gentle sobbing. Who's the gray lady? God, guys, there's just so much detail here, and I'm kind of overwhelmed. Oh, it's locked. Where are we? I have no idea. Okay, so it seems I can't exit. Route. That's right. Okay, let's try to see if we can. Alright, I'm going to reference my map several times because I have no idea. Yeah, I really have to go back in. Okay. We are going to reference the map several times. Turn back around. I really hope I'm going the right way. No, guys, I'm taking you all. I'm going the wrong way. So much. I have lost my way, guys. Goodness gracious me. Is there an exit here? There isn't. Guys, what are we doing? Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We are going to So it just says that I should. Straight ahead. I'm taking you guys on a joyride right now. I have no idea where. You know what, guys? I changed my mind because I am going to probably spend 100 years trying to find out where the exit is. So we're just going to go to a random place. You're going to see what is behind this door. It's actually really nice. So nice. Guys, look at that. This. Maybe it lights up. Must be a code or something. Anyway, we will have time to explore that. For now, we are going to just find it. Whatever it is, we'll find it. I don't even know. Just running around and exploring.
Off on another adventure, are we?
So nice, guys.
Patrick Redding is surprisingly somber, considering he runs
God. Entrance hall. Oh. So nice. Look at that. Then. Guys, we made it to one place on my list, the Great Hall. I did mention the Great Hall, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's just so beautiful and magical, and I mean, it's just so different to see it from a different perspective as a player. You know, like, I never knew that. Or it looked so different in the movies, right? Like the Great Hall, it wasn't that great. But here, it's huge. Look at that. Oh, did a good job. What a good job. Dude, I mean, you can't interact with everyone. You can't actually interact with them. But just so nice to
Revelio.
Okay. Something Okay, guys, I think I am going to do Okay, these I'm guessing are some sort of riddle, and it's like 10:30 here, and I honestly don't have enough energy. I've had a very, very crazy week, and I was supposed to play Hogwarts Legacy the day it came out, time that early access, but because of work, because of everything else, I have not been able to do that. I've only been able to do it now, and the main release is tomorrow. But my main quick thoughts about the game, I love the detail. I love the attention to detail. I think it's just gorgeous and you know, I mean, specs aside, you know, I have a gaming laptop versus a gaming PC. I think it's still just so beautiful. I think the visuals are great. I think that, you know, some of the references to the films are quite obvious. So like in the beginning, the Kestrel, the mention of downfall there at the fall. Everything is just like, especially if you've read the books and you've watched the films, you just know what they're talking about. And, you know, some of the characters, well, so far I've only seen 1, 2, which is Weasley's, I mean, the reference to the Weasley. Not really, but the fact that there's someone here with a last name called Weasley, and then of course Sirius Black's ancestor. There are a couple of names that I recognize as well, like Rockwood, and I think there was someone else earlier on, and I'm just like wondering if they're actually related to some of the mentioned in the books or film. I'm sharing my thoughts right now as someone who is not online. I don't know what they're saying online. I don't know anything about spoilers. I don't even know if you can change your difficulty level. I know that earlier on they asked us to pick our difficulty level, and now I don't even know. Change it. Well, there you go. Yeah, you could change the difficulty level of your game. Something else I wanted to search for. Reflections. Did I actually get, you know, some of the stuff I was promised? Not promised, but I was given. Got them. I cannot remember. So, yeah, there's just so much to explore, guys. I'm probably going to do a follow-up when I've played the game a little bit more. I'm not a, you know, I don't go on Twitch. I don't have a Twitch account. I don't stream. I don't, you know, play games. I mean, I do play games, but I don't talk about it. So this is very new to me, and I wanted to do it because it's Harry Potter, and I love Harry Potter. So hopefully I didn't bore you with, I don't even know how long this video is going to be, but it's really just my first thoughts on the game. So far, I'm loving it. I cannot wait to play more, and I cannot wait to see what, you know, surprises they have in store here. So with that, I am going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and, you know, let me know your comments. And to those who started playing, who are probably like halfway through the game, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Share your thoughts. I'm more than happy to hear from you guys. I'm clearly so sleepy, guys, so I'm going to log out, and I am going to see you all next time. Bye.